It's a new world if you can take it. That's the message that was given to a retired Army officer by a live alien in a cave in White Sands, New Mexico. There's also drawings of what this alien actually looked like. So let's dive in and find out what this alien meant by this message. Hi, I'm Patrick. This is Vetted. Let's jump into this fascinating story. If you haven't already, hit that like button. That really helps us out a lot. And of course, comment down below of what you think of this absolutely mind-boggling story. And of course, subscribe if you're not already. We put out a new video every day, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, USA. Let's go, y'all. This is a clip from Weaponized Podcast. It's hosted by Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp. The retired Army officer I'm speaking about, his name is Philip Corso. After this clip, I'm going to show you a little bit of information about him. He's kind of well known for writing a book about Roswell, New Mexico. Now, he also has another story of him meeting, getting to see one of the bodies from the Roswell crash. But that's not the story we're going to watch today. This is a separate story of him meeting, again, like I said, a live alien in a cave that gave him that message. It's a new world if you can take it. So, without further ado, let's go.
The question, I don't know if you remember this or not, but did Colonel Corso ever talk about bodies from the Roswell crash?
He did. He told me a story that he had seen a body. I'm trying to remember where it was. Fort Riley, Kansas, maybe? That it was in a hangar. And I'm trying to remember it. I haven't seen this material in a while, but I think it was at Fort Riley, Kansas, in a hangar there is where he saw an alien body. He also told a story about being at White Sands, New Mexico, at that base, and being out in the desert and meeting an alien, and a live alien in a cave who gave him a message, something to the effect of, it's a new world if you can take it, or if you can keep it, something like that. We should probably go to that clip and see if I can find where he recounted that story personally.
Yeah.
So real quick, Philip J. Corso right here. I thought I'd show this before we get to the end of it, but he published the book the day after Roswell, about his alleged involvement in the research of extraterrestrial technology recovered from the 1947 Roswell Incident. And he passed away in 1998. So this video clearly is from George Knapp's archives. So just to set it up a little bit, they're sort of in this RV talking. And yeah, he's about to tell this amazing story.
They must have been afraid of our radars, because my encounter in that gold mine was, would you shut your radars down?
Yeah, tell me about that again. It was noisy last night.
Stupidly, I had the answer, what's in it? What do you offer? I suppose in human terms, give me something if you want me to do something.
Right.
And I said that in subhuman, so I didn't say what do you offer. I said, what do you offer? I didn't say, what do you give me, or what do I trade?
Sure. So what was the answer?
A new world if you can take it.
You can take it.
What's he mean by that?
Yeah.
I don't know for sure. Did he mean if we can take it, is it too much for us, or can we take it back? Here's what it looked like.
That's an interesting point, to the part about it's a new world if you could take it, take it back. They're going to come and take it. We need to take it back, take this world back. So I don't know. That's interesting. What do y'all think about that? Let me know in the comments.
This is red. Now I thought this was a snake at first.
So you actually saw him in front of you.
That's the guy I saw. That's when I pulled the gun on him. It was a worthless gesture. What the hell could a 45 do? Well, I don't know. I never fired. Although I had some scatter shots.
Let me pause it so we can take a look. So there it is. That's the alien that he claims to have had a conversation with. Live alien that gave him that message. Again, it's a new world if you can take it. I guess as I'm listening to him, I think he said a new world if you can take it, because he said that he asked him a question, right? And his response was, a new world if you can take it. So what's your offer? A new world if you can take it. Wow. So interesting. But yeah, here's the alien. Looks like it's wearing some sort of suit. It almost looks like the face is floating in there, right? Like there's some sort of headband or, I don't know, glass. It just looks like this head is floating and there's nothing there, right? Because what's this space around? Like there's no neck. But it has arms, legs like us, 2 legs, 2 eyes. Get a good look. All right, let me play it. Keep playing.
How far away are you?
So it looks like this is a picture without the suit on. I can't really see the hands and the feet too well.
The one
Distance between you and
Looks like 3 fingers that I can see.
this being.
about from here to the front of the motorhome.
Well, that's like 10 feet.
Yeah. The skin is scaly.
Right.
I think that the skin is atomically alive, so they can travel in space. Man can't travel in space today.
How long were you in contact? I mean, this is.
I say my 2 experiences didn't last more than. If you say 2 or 3 minutes, it was a lot. Now I haven't had any other experiences. My only experience was in New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Not on any other place.
Well, what after you got this, a new world if you can take it? Then what happened? Did it just disappear, or did it get in a craft and take off?
I left. I left.
You left.
I went out to my Jeep, got on my radio. I didn't tell the being that I do it. I went out to my radio and got on. I called my command posts, and I told them, "You get green time yet from?" I said, "Yes." They said, "It's due coming through any minute, so we could fire again." I told them, when it comes through, I told them, this is an order: keep our radars down for 10 minutes. And I told him, I repeat the order to the captain. I told him, keep our radar down for 10 minutes. I'm on my way. Then I get a call back on radio when I was on my way. Mm-hmm. It said, C battery picked up a trajectory going 3,000 miles an hour.
This must have been.
I told him, let me see the tape.
Okay, now you had these records from Walter Reed on the autopsies, and you talked about the fact they had this scaly skin that was put together in a certain fashion and so on. Did they ever come to a conclusion like these were manufactured biological robots, or?
The only conclusion was, I think we all came to this together because of the sex organs and the different organs in the lymph systems, lungs and stomach. But it was a clone. Now, if you go back to the days of the Sumerians, they call them Aegis. They say they were ferry drivers, is what they are. The real ones up there, motherships. Now, no one's ever explored the Sumerian. Sitkin wrote this. Nobody's ever explored the Sumerian civilization. I think the key is there. They disappeared after a while. I think the Sumerians maybe were the mothership. And they tried to wipe out the human race, in those days. But anyway, you got to go back in history and see the Sumerians, what they say. And they called them Aegis, I-G-I-G-I-S.
You think they were manufactured for space travel or time travel or something?
Well, I think they were manufactured as servants. Now, my theory is, what do they want? Here, do they want a new race? Because one of the strangest things, as far as I'm concerned, is on these mutilations, they took the sex organs. And the nearest thing to the human sex organ are cattle sex organs. And by the way, they cut those with a type of laser cutter, which didn't even cut through the cells.
Cut around them, yeah.
It cut around the cells. That's how perfect it was. We have no such thing. A handheld cutter, a laser, we have no such thing.
Man, you have just this
So I don't know. I really wish, again, I'll put links to all of this, of course. I'll put a link to that so you can watch the full episode on Weaponized. I really wish there was more details about that interaction in the cave, right? How big is the cave? What else is around, right? Was the alien like camping in there? Did the cave have another out? Was it dark? Was it temperature? I don't know. Take us through. You said it wasn't more than a couple minutes. Like, take us through exactly what happened. You just stood and stared at each other, because a couple minutes is a long time. You can say a lot in a couple minutes. So I don't know. And I'm not saying that, first of all, that interview is edited, so maybe there's more information on that and more information. I don't know. That guy kind of came out later, right? So I don't know. I don't know. That story sounds interesting to me. I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't really buy it, y'all. I mean, what do you want me to say? I like that the guy seems genuine and nice and totally cool, but I just don't buy that story at all. I'm not saying the other Roswell thing. I mean, I don't know. And to be honest, like himself, he seems fine, but that story, I don't know. Maybe that just needs more follow-up questions. Something about that seems off, that story, but it is fascinating. And maybe he just needed to be asked more questions and he could have provided more answers there, right? So I don't know. I mean, he did provide drawings and, that sort of thing. So, I mean, he obviously got a pretty good description, of what the guy looked like or whatever, female, whatever the being. So I don't know. I'm curious to hear y'all's comments about him. Because I'd heard the other story from him, but not this one. So I don't know. Again, can't wait to read the comments, that's for sure. So, look, we'll catch you guys on the next video. I'm Patrick with Vetted. Again, I'll put a link down in the description so you guys can watch that full episode. As always, remember, every day's a gift, y'all. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.